Hey, welcome to the first video on this channel. I think we're going to be called Bros Sports or Bros Sports Broadcasting or Productions. One of those two. Otherwise, if you guys have a great name, put it down in the comments and we'll look through it and maybe we'll change their name. But as for now, I think the name of the YouTube channel will actually be Bros Sports and have that, you know, BS. So we're not going to BS you with any of our stuff. So today we are going to be predicting 5 games and how this is going to work. Favorited games and then 2 of the lowest favorited games. So like if a game is favored -7, we'll do that as the top one, and -1 would be the lowest one. And then since we are both Chief fans, as you can probably tell, we're going to be predicting every Chief game every week. Unless it's a bye week or stuff like that. So 2 top, 2 bottom, and then the Chiefs as like the middle one. So I am Jameson.
And I'm Taven.
And we're going to both be co-hosting this channel. So I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so first off, we're going to be doing the lowest spread, which is the Chargers at Washington, I believe. So it is Chargers at Washington, and the spread for this game is -1. Chargers are favorited, and I believe the Chargers are going to win. I believe they're gonna cover the spread and extra, so I believe they will win by 3 points. Washington's got a great D-line, probably one of the best in the league. However, I think Justin Herbert is good. Being that they got a new coach, though, it could make it a little rough the first week, and especially with a new offensive line. But I do think they squeak out a win, winning 26-23.
See, from my point of view, last year, Justin Herbert was very dominant once he did come in, and he did his job. He actually almost beat the Chiefs. And the thing is, though, is the Washington football team had a very good defense last year, and they held teams very low in scoring. And I think Justin Herbert's not going to know what to do, really, and he's going to be stumped and not be able to get past the football team. Defense, and then somehow the football team will muster up points to beat them.
Okay,
and
so
I think
you have Washington winning as the upset.
I do, and I think they're gonna win 20. Actually, I think it will be 23-20.
Okay, so a little bit lower, but with the upset. Yeah. So
yeah.
It is tough. The only reason I really am not counting Washington in is their quarterback situation with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Taylor Heineke. Even though Ryan Fitzpatrick seems to have a really good first 4 weeks of the season sometimes. But yeah, so let's move on to the next game.
So the next game we will be doing is the Bears versus the Rams. And the spread for that one is -7.5, favoring the Rams. And seems very accurate to me.
It does. I think the Rams definitely are going to pull this one out. So
yeah. Bears they have Justin Fields. I mean, rookie, first game of the year for not being preseason. The Rams just have a very good defense. They have Matthew Stafford, and I just don't think the Bears will be able to do anything. So I believe the Rams will actually win 31-17.
Okay. See, I think Andy Dalton will be starting for the Bears, as it has been rumored. But the Rams' defense is too good. Number 1 in all the major categories last year, and they just got Matthew Stafford with Deshaun Jackson as a deep threat, a few other receivers. They just picked up another tight end. So their offense is good. They did lose the starting running back, but they kind of replaced him. I think they got Sony Michel, right? Is that who they picked up? I think it was Sony Michel. So, anyways, I think the Rams are going to pull this one out, and I believe it's also going to be a very dominant game by the Rams. As Sean McVay, I think he's 3-1, 4-0 as a Rams head coach in Week 1 games. So I think he'll win. I think he'll win 34-20. I think the Bears are going to put up points, but I think the Rams definitely win by a 14-point ball game, covering the spread and I think the total as well. So. Yeah, I have the Rams winning. Okay, now time for a quick intermission. A quick word from our sponsor. If you need supplements for just about anything, go to buyfnxproducts.com. The link will be down below in the video. The link will also be right up here. They have protein, sports bottles, BCAAs, pre-workout, creatine, and so much more. So again, go to buyfnxproducts.com. Use code Jameson15 for 15% off your purchase. It's going to be one of the better games of the week, I believe. The Seahawks at the Colts, and the line has the Seahawks winning. They're favorited 2.5 points, which I think they will definitely cover. If Carson Wentz is the starter for this game, I think it's going to be a closer game than it would be if he's not the starter. However, it all depends on which kind of Carson Wentz we get. Carson Wentz is a very big, mobile, strong-arm quarterback. Has a little issues here and there. Before his season last year, he was a top probably 15 quarterback in the league, maybe around the top 10 mark. And then he kind of jumped off a hill. But his injuries and stuff like that, you can't. It's a little harder to play with injuries or being scared to play and stuff like that. So we don't know why he kind of fell. And some quarterbacks just fall off the map. Anyways. I think the Seahawks are going to win. Russell Wilson is great in September through October until about week 7, and I think he'll pull up really good numbers, over 300 yards passing and 4 TDs. I believe this is also going to be a really high-scoring game. I think the Seahawks are going to win 31-28. Very close game, but they will definitely cover and win the game. They don't have a really good defense. At least they didn't last year, and they may have been improved a little bit. But week 1, coaches bring everything they got, so I think it's going to be a closer game. So I have the Seahawks winning. What do you have winning? Who do you have winning?
See, the thing is, I feel like the Colts are going to be kind of dependent on their run game, and with Jonathan Taylor, I feel like that's a good thing because Jonathan Taylor, being from Wisconsin, I think he's a pretty good running back. Okay. And the thing is, though, Seahawks not having not the best line.
No, they did. I think they had an above average run game or run defense though. Yeah. So,
but I just don't think the Colts will have enough to beat the Seahawks.
Okay.
I don't think it will really even be close.
You don't think it will be close?
No, I think the Seahawks will actually, but I don't think the Seahawks are going to score too many points either though.
Okay, so
I think it's I think it's going to be around like 17 to 10.
Dang, so that's
still a touchdown difference, but at the same time.
Dang, that's over the over and under. So, or that's under the over and under. So he has it under the 48.5 points that are projected to be scored, and then he also is covering those. So the Seahawks are covering in his predictions. So we both have the Seahawks winning and covering. I have the Seahawks being over. So if I were to bet some money, I'd win a little bit, but. We're not betting on this channel, and after this next game, we will go into some of the challenges that we are going to be doing on this channel. But anyway, let's get to the next game here.
The next game will be the 49ers at the Lions, and the spread for that is 7.5, favored for the 49ers, and that's a lot.
It is a lot.
But at the same time, Lions have a new quarterback, really don't have a wide receiver. And who knows what they're going to do with the run game. Yeah, and then their defense is not good.
Yeah, this could be one of the worst games of the
and then knowing how the 49ers, they fell off kind of last year, but then they started up again. Yep. And at least at the beginning of the season, they fell off. And knowing their defense, I think they're just going to be able to just shut down the Lions. And I got the 49ers winning.
Okay.
27, 30. No, never mind. The Lions won't stop them in the red zone. There won't be any field goals. There will be like 2 field goals, if that. I got the 49ers winning 31-13.
Okay, not a bad prediction. I'm probably sitting there right with you. Being that Jared Goff in the last 2 or 3 seasons is like 0-4, 0-6 against Kyle Shanahan. I don't see it really improving, considering I don't think Dan Campbell is as good of coach as Sean McVay is. So I definitely think the game's going to be. I actually have the same. I'm going to go with the same prediction here. I actually think the Lions will score 14 points. So I have a 31-14 ball game. I think they'll get 2 touchdowns, and then that'll probably be what they get, and then that's it. So I think they'll make both of their extra points. However, they do have a new kicker. They don't have Matt Prater anymore, so that's kind of upsetting. I didn't even know he got traded until just recently. Maybe he did just get traded recently, but I think the 49ers defense is too good. I think Jimmy G is really going to be playing for his job right now. So unless he gets hurt, I think he will probably play really well. You know, if I was quarterback for the 49ers and I had some quarterback coming up on me, you know, I'd play my butt off. But, you know, so I think he's playing for his job right now. So I think they will definitely win.
You really think that the Lions will be able to stop the 49ers? Or the 49ers won't be able to stop the Lions in the red zone?
I think
Two times.
I think it'll be like a cheat touchdown. You know, like you know, they have their playbook up, and we don't know what Dan Campbell's capable of. So
yeah.
I think that they can put something together here. So and now we go on to some of the challenges. Basically, how this is gonna work. So we're gonna go for, I think there's like 18 weeks in the NFL. So we could do every 3 games, every 6 games, something like that to kind of divide it up. So we'll be predicting stuff every week. Otherwise, it will be me if we can't get together and do this. But so if we decide to do every 3 weeks, just for an example, so we'll go. We have 5 games we're predicting. If I'm correct, 3 out of those 5 games, I win this week. Same with him if he's correct. And now if we both have the same teams winning, so it's the point bracket will. We'll show on video right now. Okay, so how the points are going to work, we'll get a point for the game. So whoever guesses the correct team for winning, that's 1 point. If we guess the score correctly, that's 2 points. And who's ever closest to the correct score is 1 point as well. So if you have the score right on, that's 2 points. If you have the closest to that score, 1 point, and then so that will kind of fall into like the over and under. So whoever's closest to the over and under there, that's basically how that will work. And then you would also get 1 point for guessing the correct team to win. So basically right now we're kind of like the only one we have different is the Washington football team versus the Los Angeles Chargers. But the score still plays a factor. So basically how that will work, we go 3-2 this week. I win this week. Next week, if he goes 3-2, it's tied up 1-1. And then whoever wins that next week is the loser. So they got to do some sort of challenge. We don't know what kind of challenges we're going to do yet. We have yet to figure that out. But if you guys have any challenges you would like to see us do, drop those down in the comments and we will look through them. Also, make sure to check out my TikTok page at Jameson._.errors. 4, I believe it is, and I post football content there. I also post working out contents, and you can also find my link for the sponsor of this video. And you guys can also drop your predictions on my comments there. I'll upload once a week before each game, and then you guys can drop your predictions for that following week, and we can put them in this video right on the bottom like of the screen here, and some of you guys can get into this video. Okay. So now that is kind of all explained for this this kind of thing to kind of keep it interesting and not just predictions and stuff like that, we are going to move on to our final game, which is our favorite game of the week, and I think will probably be one of the best games of the entire week. There are a lot of good games this week. You got the Packers at the Saints. I think the Packers are probably going to win that. You got Miami at New England, both first round QBs. One was last year, one was this year. One's trying to prove something, and the other just beat out Cam Newton. But anyways, with the Chiefs and the Browns both facing each other, it's a revenge game for both. The Chiefs lost the Super Bowl, the Browns lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs. So I have the Chiefs winning by a very, very large amount. Andy Reid week 1, Patrick Mahomes week 1. I'll put his stats up in the corner right there. He's 10-0. In September, 32 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in September, 66 plus completion percentage in September, and 124.4 passer rating in September. So Patrick Mahomes is basically just like a god tier quarterback. Like if you had a 99 overall Patrick Mahomes in the NFL versus 66 overall team, that's basically what he is in September. So I believe he'll ball out, and I believe the Chiefs are actually going to win 41. Wow, big points. 41 to 20. I believe they're really going to dominate. The Browns have 8 new starters on defense. I believe they'll get better throughout the year, but not against Patrick Mahomes. I don't see it happening.
And then you also have to take in account new line.
Oh, new line?
Completely new line.
It's a better O-line, too.
It's a lot better.
And the last game of the preseason, they were balling.
And I just don't see the Browns having enough power on defense to stop them.
Even
and then
Myles Garrett.
Nowhere near enough offensive firepower to keep up with the Chiefs. And I feel like the Chiefs, I feel like their defense, see, they really play tricks on you sometimes. You think they're really one week you think they're like, wow, I didn't know they were that good of a team. They had that good of a defense. Next week, they just go down.
I know, it's tough.
And depends on how they feel. And I got a feeling they're going to feel pretty good. Going to be happy to be back.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of the most outstanding players this year is going to be Willie Gay.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good hitter.
He's out for 3 weeks.
Is he?
He might be back for the opener, but he injured his, was it ankle in practice or foot in practice or something like that? He got injured in practice, so he might be back for week 1, though. Same with Honey Badger. He might be back week 1. He just tested positive for COVID.
In other words, then, I'm going to be picking the Browns. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think you're picking the
No. I'll have the Chiefs winning this. Probably 38-24.
Okay. You got pretty good margin there too. We're not discrediting the Browns at all. I think the Browns are probably going to be a top 3 team in the AFC. Like, I think they're that good. I just think week 1 with all those new starters and against Andy Reid, he's 5-1, 8-1 as the Chiefs starter or as the Chiefs head coach, 7-1 as the Chiefs head coach week 1. So it's just it's tough to bet against him and Patrick Mahomes in September. Well, that is going to conclude today's predictions. Next week is week 2, and we are very excited to have this football season. We've been waiting since the Super Bowl loss to see what the Chiefs come up with.
Yeah.
And all these teams, there's going to probably be 4 new playoff teams this year. So, you got a lot of new stuff happening in the NFL. Great stuff. 17-game season, which I'm excited for, but also at the same time, not super excited. More chance for a player to get injured, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video. It helps out the YouTube algorithm, helps our video get out there. This is our first video, so we might not get out there for a while, but make sure to subscribe and comment down below who you think is going to win and who you think is going to have a good season this year, prediction-wise and whatnot. And this is Jameson.
This is Taven.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Make sure you leave the challenges down below. Needs help with that, and then just leave a thumbs up.
Okay.
Or a thumbs down if we're doing something wrong. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know to do something else.
Oh yeah.
To make it more interesting.
Yeah. Let us know what we can do better. We do have a black background for right now. We might change it up. I don't think it looks too bad right now, especially with the red jerseys. We kind of pop out, but we're gonna be signing off, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Peace out.